coming down, I want you to have your toes touching and your knees nice and wide. Okay, so knees as wide as the mat, toes are touching, and I want you to sit your bum down onto your heels. And then from there, we're just going to really slowly walk our hands out in front until our fingertips are reaching away from us, and we're trying to keep our glutes connected to our heels. Okay, so you're sitting back, just relax your forehead onto the ground, reach your fingertips out in front, and grip through the ground. Try and extend the arms as long as you can at the same time that you're putting your glutes onto your heels. So you're trying to create a nice long line through the back of the body, nice and heavy through the hips. Good, let's just take 3 deep breaths in here. So I want you to inhale, fill up the rib cage, and exhale through the mouth. Full exhale. Good. Nice deep breath in through the nose, fill up the ribs. And exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Full exhale. Good. One more like that. Deep breath in. And exhale, trying to get rid of all the air out of your lungs. Excellent work. Just coming up, bringing your hips up. So your legs, your hips are nice and high. Hips are above your knees. Similar movement. We're just going to move our hands out in front here. So my bum is sticking up in the air this time, and my chest is searching for the ground. If you've got the mobility, then you're looking ahead towards your fingertips. Okay, so a big opening through the thoracic spine, the middle, upper back. You're just sending your hips and your glutes up to the sky, looking out in front. You should feel a nice opening through the back of the body. This should feel good after sitting at your desk. Good work, and then slowly making your way up. And we'll meet in all fours in a tabletop position. Okay, so your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we'll just continue with some spinal mobility, just with our cat and cow. So breathing in, eyes up to the sky. And then exhale, round through the upper back, tuck the chin onto the chest, and you can slightly rock back. Good, breathing in, eyes up. Really slow, controlled movements here. And then exhale, push the ground away, separate through the shoulder blades, tuck the chin to the chest. Good, breathing in, coming up. Last one here, exhale, push away, tuck your belly button to spine and tuck your chin to your chest. Good, and then come back down to it. Tabletop position. We're going to open up through the thoracic with some rotation. So let's take our left hand up to the sky, hips are heavy, looking up to the top hand. And then we're going to thread the needle. So bring that hand underneath, looking underneath our right armpit. Good. Inhale as you open up. So hips point to the ground, belly button to ground, chest opens, eyes up. And thread the needle as you exhale. Good. One more like that. Inhaling, coming up, expanding through the chest, eyes up. And then thread the needle, and we'll hold this one down at the bottom. So add a little bit of extra weight through the back of your left hand, and then pull your shoulder blade away. So you get a nice opening through the back of your shoulder blade. Good, and then we'll just take that hand up to the ceiling one more time to finish off, and back to a tabletop. Excellent work. So you're really trying to wring out through your spine there, okay? Let's take our right hand up, so belly button to ground, chest opens, eyes up. And then thread the needle, reach away, looking under that left armpit. Good, inhaling, coming up, fingertips reach, chest expands, and thread the needle. Good, one more like that, fingertips up, and reach, thread the needle, and we'll hold this one at the bottom. Okay, so a little bit of extra weight through the back of your right hand there, and then pull away. And feel that release through the back of your scapula, or your shoulder blade on the right side. Good, and then just coming up, take that hand up to the sky one more time, and then back down into a tabletop position. Okay, keep your right knee where it is on the ground, and just step your left foot forward. Okay, so we're in this sort of low lunge position, but our back knee is just on the ground here. Okay, I just want you to bring your hands on top of your left knee, Okay, then from there I just want you to tuck your chin onto your chest and sink forward. Okay, so just feel that feeling where you tuck your chin onto your chest, how it helps to open up through that right hip flexor. Good, hips are nice and heavy, just pushing straight into the ground. Okay, good stuff. Okay, we're going to take our hands off our knee now. We're going to reach our hands up to the sky. Okay, and then from there we're just going to rock forward, continuing to open up through the hip flexor. I want you to grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and then pull it across the body. Okay, so really opening up through that whole right side of your body. Pull that hand away as you push the hips forward and up. Good, and coming back. Hands onto the ground on the inside of your left foot. Alright, I want you to turn your left foot out onto like a 45-degree angle, and you come onto that pinky edge side of your foot. Keep the back leg on the ground. I want you to push that left knee out to the side as you sink your hips down. Okay, so a big external rotation through the left hip, making sure you're up onto that edge of your left foot. Sink a little deeper. Good, and coming up. Just take that left foot back, tuck your toes under, and then just sit back on your heels. Okay, we're just going to sit back on our heels here, really stretching out the fascia at the bottom of your feet. Okay, so often when we've been doing a lot of this jumping in our S&C work, okay, a lot of barefoot stuff, okay, you get really tight through the arches of your feet, so it's an essential place to open up. Okay, just sit nice and heavy there, make sure your toes are tucked. Okay, good, and then coming forward, place your hands down. We're just going to reverse that now on the other side. So step your right foot forward, your back knee is still heavy on the ground. Make sure you've got a nice big long step back there with that knee. Let's go both hands on the right knee and just sink forward and down. Okay, and then from there let's tuck our chin on our chest and really feel that opening up through our left hip flexor, through our psoas. Okay, it should be a really nice opening after being seated for long periods. Okay, good. Take those hands off the knee. Now we're going to reach our hands up to the sky. So this is where we tilt our pelvis up. Okay, reach your palms up to the sky. That should be a nice stretch already, but then we'll intensify it by grabbing onto our left wrist and pulling it across our body. So you're lifting up out of this hip, all the way through your lat, pull it across your body. Good, and then coming down. Hands will go inside that right foot. We're going to turn that foot out onto a 45-degree angle. Okay, and then come onto the pinky edge side of our left foot. Okay, from here we'll take our hand onto our right knee and we're just going to sink down and push that knee out to the side. So really nice opening through the outside of our right glute here, and our hip. Good, and then just coming back, both knees on the ground. Okay, tucking your toes under here, guys. Hands are in like a push-up position, and we're just going to come up, take our hips up to the sky for a downward facing dog. Okay, so if you're looking down at your feet, you should be able to see your toes, but you shouldn't be able to see your heels. Okay, so your feet are parallel, toes pointing forward, your knees are generously bent. Okay, and then you're trying to spin your glutes or your sit bones up to the sky. Okay, now think about your hands. I want you to drive evenly through the thumb and the index finger. Shoulders down away from your ears. Okay, then from there we're just going to slowly pedal out through our feet. So one leg bends as the other one straightens. Okay, and just alternating through that. So swaying your hips side to side. One leg bends, the other one straightens. Good, and then just coming into like a neutral position again. Let's take our left foot up to the sky, reach it long, and then I want you to roll forward and step your left foot outside your left pinky finger. Okay, so we're setting up here for our world's greatest stretch. Let's take our left elbow down to the ground, really trying to keep that back leg straight and chest up. Reach it back to the back knee, and then a slow rotation pushing through the bottom hand as you rotate and send your eyes up to the top hand. Good, elbow down, fingertips reach back, open up, slow rotation. Excellent work. Last one, elbow down, sink nice and deep, fingertips reach back, and opening up, really opening, twisting through your thoracic. Good, and then bringing that left hand down on the outside of our left foot. We're going to toe heel that foot into the midline a bit more. So we're still in this low lunge, but my hands are either side of my foot. Okay, from here we're going to drop our back knee down to the ground, eyes up to the sky. And then we're going to rock back, tucking our chin to our chest. Okay, and putting our chest on our thigh. So we've still got a slight bend in this front knee, but we're working it towards straight, and you should feel a nice stretch through the back of the hamstring. Good, dropping down, eyes up to the sky, and rocking back, tucking chin to chest, bending and folding over that front leg. Good, one more like that, dropping down, eyes up, and rocking back, tuck chin to chest. Excellent work, guys. Back to a push-up position from here. Okay, so pushing the ground away, and from there we're just going to fold up back into our downward facing dog. So your hips are nice and high, your knees are bent, your ears, your shoulders are away from your ears. Okay, so make sure your shoulders are down and back. From here we'll take our right foot to the sky, reach that heel high, roll forward and step that right foot outside your right pinky finger. Okay, so it's so important that you set this stretch up. So you've got a really straight back leg, your chest is proud, and you're heavy through the hips. Okay, let's take our right elbow, try and touch the turf behind, or the mat behind your heel. Fingertips to the back knee, and then a slow rotation, twisting from the bottom hand as you open the chest, eyes up. Great work, elbow down, fingertips reaching back, opening up. Good, one more like that. Keep it nice and slow. Let's try and avoid just throwing that hand up. Reach it back, and a slow twist, opening through the chest. Excellent, putting that hand down onto the outside of your right foot. Just toe heel that foot into the midline. Okay, and we're just in this low lunge. So drop your back knee towards the ground, just hover it off the ground, eyes up, and then rocking back in this pyramid pose. Tuck your chin to your chest, and just rest your chest on your thigh. Good, dropping down, eyes up, and rocking back. Good, back to a low lunge, back knee drops down, eyes up, and rocking back. Excellent work, just coming to your low lunge here. Okay, from here we're just going to pivot around or shuffle around to the left. Okay, so we're going to meet in this sort of straddle position. So my feet are nice and wide, and my feet are parallel to the edges of my mat or my towel, whatever I'm training on. Try and take yourself into as wide a stance as possible where you can maintain straight legs, okay, but know that you're not going to, you're still going to be able to get out of this position. Okay, from here, let's lift our back up nice and flat as if we were starting a deadlift. So your chest is proud. Okay, leave your right hand on the ground, and I want you to rotate and take that left hand up to the sky. Follow it with your eyes. Good, and down, slow controlled movements. Place the left hand onto the ground, and now our right hand reaches up. Eyes up, and down. Good, left hand up. So you're really using that bottom hand to sort of co-contract, so you're twisting the opposite way, and down. And right hand up, and down. Excellent, boys. Just toe heel your feet in. Okay, and then come down to rest on your knees. We'll just tuck our toes under again. Sit back onto your heels and really feel that stretch out through the fascia on the soles of our feet. Okay? Alright, we're going to continue working into the adductors here. I want you to leave your right leg on the ground and then step your left foot out to the side. So my right knee is just to the right of the midline of my body. My left foot is out to the side, and the pinky edge side of my left foot is flat on the ground. Okay, take your hands out in front, And from here, we're just going to rock forward and back. Okay, so rocking forward and back. And you should feel this stretching through the inside, the adductors on our left side. Okay, as you rock back, I want you to come onto the heel of that foot and point your toes to the sky. And then as you come forward, I want you to drop those toes down. So rock back, toes to the sky, rocking forward, toes on the ground. Good, just one more like that, rock back, and coming forward. Good, toe heel that foot into the center. Okay, and we'll switch sides. So I like to come up vertically to start. Our left leg is just off to the center, just off to the left of our midline. Right foot is as wide as you can take it, maintaining a straight leg. Hands out in front. Okay, and from there just rocking forward and back. So certain people will probably feel this the further back they go, if they're a little tighter through the posterior chain. Other people will feel it, right on center. So just spend a little bit more time where you feel that you have your most tightness. Okay, now we'll start rocking onto that heel, point your toes up, coming forward, toes to ground. Rock back, toes up, and forward, toes to ground. One more like that, toes up, and coming forward, toes to ground. Good work, boys. Just toe heel that foot into the middle, coming up onto your feet, and we're just going to meet in this nice deep squat position. Okay, so you should feel pretty open through the hips right now. You might find this a little easier than normal. Okay, from here we're just going to bring our hands to touch and use our elbows to drive into our knees. Okay, I want you to think about bum to the ground, chest up, and driving those elbows into the knees. All right, from here we're just going to rock onto our right toes. Okay, squatting down onto your heel and then up onto your left toes. Okay, so we're working obviously a lot of mobility through our hips, hamstrings and glutes, but when we're rocking up onto our toes here, we're getting a lot of mobility through our ankles. Okay, good, and then just coming down, holding in this down position, just trying to send your bum down, chest up, nice flats back. Okay, let's take our hands onto the top of our feet, elbows on the inside, eyes up to the sky, and then rock forward, tucking your chin to your chest and pulling your chin through your legs. Good, squatting down, eyes up, and rocking forward, tuck chin to chest. Just go two more like that, dropping down, eyes up, and rocking forward. Good, last one, squatting down. We'll add a rotation here, so left hand reaches to the sky, eyes up, and down. Good, right hand up, down, and then rocking forward. Okay guys, just toe heel your feet in so that they're directly underneath your hips. I'm going to face side on here, so, and you're just in this forward fold position. So again, your knees are bent, quite generously bent, and you're just trying to rest your upper body and your chest on your thighs. Okay, let's grab a hold of opposite elbow in a ragdoll position and just try and relax here. If you're feeling this is far too easy, then you might look to straighten your legs a little bit more, but I want to focus this more as a lower back stretch and release than a hamstring stretch. Okay, so just try and relax into this position. Good, and then slowly rebuilding your spine, coming up all the way to standing. Okay guys, we're just going to come onto our back sides now. I want you to grab onto your towel. Okay, so we all need a towel that we're going to hold lengthways. Okay, just laying onto your backs. Just have the towel off to the side to start. We're just going to do a little lower back release. Okay, so you're laying flat on the ground here guys. Knees are up to the sky and your feet are flat on the ground. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. And what I want to do here is just windscreen wiper out through the legs. So both legs drop over to the right. My left knee comes inside towards my right heel and then switch it over. Okay, so you're trying to keep your shoulder blades flat on the ground. Alright, but we're just rotating and releasing through the lower of the lumbar spine and opening up through our hips. It should feel pretty nice. Just so one more each side. Good, and relaxing there. Okay, now grab a hold of your towel. I want us to hold it nice and wide. Okay, we're going to do our left leg first. So I want you to loop. The towel is just going to go between the arch of our foot and the ball of our big toe. Okay, and I want you to, you can still have a soft bend in the knee to start, but I want you to think about driving the heel up to the ceiling and your toes back towards your face. Alright, now another thing to think about, our bottom leg, our right leg is really active, so we're pushing that right heel away from us, trying to flatten that, the back of our knee on the ground. And then the last thing to think about is slightly tuck your chin onto your chest. Okay, so obviously this is a great hamstring stretch, but it's also releasing through our lower back. Okay, so if you've got the range, you might like to work to straighten that leg a little bit more. Push that heel to the ceiling a little harder. Pull your toes back towards your shin. Okay, we're just going to hold for another 10 seconds here. Nice big release through the back side of our body. Good, okay, slightly back off out of the stretch, but keep that foot up to the sky. I want you to place the towel in your left hand. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to slowly open that foot out and we're going to drop our left foot over to our left side. So we're still getting a nice big hamstring stretch on the left side, but we're also hitting our adductors, or our inner groin, inner thigh on our left side. Good, so same cues, you're pushing the heel away, toes pulled back towards your face, and our bottom leg is active. Good, and then slowly come back up to center. Okay, now we're going to switch the towel into our right hand. Our left leg is still to the sky. Okay, slightly shift your hips over to the left, and then drop that right foot over your body. Okay, now with our eyes, we're going to look over to our left hand. Okay, so reaching away, looking towards your left hand. So again, a hamstring stretch, glute stretch, but also a great stretch for our lower back. Good, slowly coming back up to center. We're going to release the towel now, and we're going to come into a figure 4 stretch on our left side. So my left foot is going to bend, and it's going to loop over my right knee, okay? So my left ankle is sitting just above my right knee. My left toes are pulling back towards my shin, and then I'm reaching back between my legs, either interlacing my fingers behind my hamstring. Okay, start there. You're driving your left elbow into your left knee to try and get that external rotation. If that's feeling too easy for you still, you might reach through and grab a hold of your shin. Okay, so just relaxing through your head, neck and shoulders, and we should be feeling a nice release through the left side or outer side of our left hip and glute. So you're continually pulling your right knee into your chest as you push the left knee out with the left elbow. And releasing there. Good stuff, guys. Take your legs out, both legs out straight, and just give them a little shake out. Just let that stretch settle in. And then we'll repeat it on our opposite side. So grab a hold of your towel once again. This time we're going to loop our right foot through the towel. So it's just sitting between the arch of my foot and the ball of my big toe. Okay, remember all our cues. So our bottom leg is active, push the heel away, slightly tuck the chin to the chest, soft bend through the knee, but we're trying to push our heel to the sky and our toes back towards our face. Okay, so just a nice static stretch here to create some length through the hamstring. Make sure that bottom leg is pushing away from you. Tuck your chin to your chest and you'll just feel that releasing through your lower back. Excellent work, guys. Let's take our towel into our right hand. Okay, and we're just going to open up that right leg right over to our right side. Okay, so same again, bottom leg is active. Toes pulled back on the right leg, and this should just be a nice big opening through the adductors. Good, slowly bring that foot back into the midline. Switch the hands, so your left hand is holding the towel. Okay, and then slowly take that across your body. Take your right hand out to the side and then look across to your right hand. Bottom leg is active. You're trying as hard as you can to get those bottom toes to the sky. Good, and then slowly coming back up. and releasing there. We've just got our figure 4 stretch here, guys. So right foot comes across your left knee, reaching through, either grabbing your hamstring. Okay, we'll start there. Drive your right elbow into your right knee. Pull your left knee into your chest and just feel that nice stretch through your right glute. Make sure your neck and shoulders are relaxed. If that's too easy for us, we reach a little further and we grab onto our left shin. Elbow into the knee, pull that in a little bit tighter. We've got 10 seconds to go. Good, and releasing there. Good work, guys. Just the last little lower back stretch to finish and then we're done skis. Let's take our left knee up to a right angle. Okay, so my knee is directly above my hip. Slightly shift your weight over to the left and then we're going to drop our left knee over our body. Okay, from there I want you to bring your right hands to touch on the opposite side of your body and we're just going to do some opening through our lower back here. So we're going to take our left hand across our body, reach away, eyes to our left fingertips and back over, palms touch, and then we're going to open up again, trying to keep that left knee on the ground, and we're working to flatten our shoulder blades on the deck. And back, we just got one more of these which will hold. So opening up, arm slowly rotates, trying to get both your left and your right shoulder blade flat on the ground. Puts your right hand on your left knee, and then eyes across to your left hand. So this should feel a nice stretch all the way up through our spine. Good, and then just slowly release coming out of that. Just same again, legs straight out in front, just give them a little shake out, roll your hips side to side, just feel that stretch settle in. And then we'll finish off with the same on our right side. So right leg is up at a right angle, shift your hips over to the right and then drop that knee across your body until it's flat on the ground. Right, bring your right hand to reach over and touch on top of your left palm. And then from there, keep your right leg on the ground and we're slowly going to open our arm up, open up through the chest and drop that right shoulder blade to the ground. And back over. Try and intensify the stretch with each round. Rolling over, reach that hand away, eyes follow your hand. And back. One more to go, guys. Reaching over, we hold this one at the end. Reach away, shoulder blades both flat on the ground. Hand on the right knee, looking towards your left hand. We're going to just take 2 more breaths in there. And releasing there, just bring your leg up. Okay, let's just finish off, guys, by giving yourself a big hug. Squeeze yourself into a ball, tuck your chin to your chest, and then we'll just roll up and down on our spine. Just a couple of times rolling the length of your spine. And we'll finish up on our seated position.